Alright guys, real briefly we're going to talk about the exec command and why you should take caution when using it. So the exec command replaces the current process with a new one. Use this command only with great caution. So if you use exec in your primary login shell interpreter, that shell interpreter is replaced with the new process. Using the command exec ls at your login shell prompt gives you a directory listing and then disconnects you from the system, logging you out. Because exec overlays your shell, there are no programs to handle commands for you when ls finishes and exits. Okay, I can kind of show that to you. Alright, so I do an exec ls, okay, and as you see, it exited me out of my shell, right? Now I can get back on, okay. I can go back to what I was doing before. But as you saw, when I do exec ls, it kicks me out of my terminal. Okay? So be very cautious when you're using that command, guys. Alright, let's talk about here documents. We're going to wrap up our session today with here documents. So a here document is a special purpose code block. It uses a form of input-output redirection to feed a command list to an interactive program or a command such as FTP, cat, or the EX text editor. So it kind of looks like this. The input comes from here. We have our commands, and then we have our ending line, which is input comes from here. Okay. So a limit string delineates frames for the command list. The special symbol less than precedes the limit string. This has the effect of redirecting output of a command block into the standard in of the program or command. It is similar to interactive program less than command line file, where command files contains command 1, command 2, etc. Okay. So guys, here's an example of it. So all that's saying is that we have a word or a phrase here that's used to delineate, and then this gets fed into a certain command or a program. So everything on these lines gets fed into the standard input of this until it sees this phrase or word, okay, which we see there. So that's how it knows to keep going until it sees this phrase and then it stops. Okay, so we can do this example real quick. So we're going to do, let me open my terminal because exec kicked us out. All right, so I can do word count -w, which we know is just counts the characters and lines. We do less than, and we're going to say EOF. And then we see our little special prompt there. We can say, so we're going to say on the first one, this is a test period. This is a test period. We're going to say apple juice. And then 100% fruit juice in no added sugar, color, or preservatives, period. And then we would type EOF, right? Because otherwise I can just keep typing in lines that never knows when to finish. I can't cancel out of it, otherwise it won't do it for us, right? So I just type EOF here, which is the delimiter here, okay? And hit enter. There you go. Spits out 16 for me. Now I can run that command, oops. I can run that command again, and I can put whatever word I want here to delimit it. I could just put hello. Okay, and I can do the same thing. This is a test, apple juice, 100%. Now I'm going to kind of shorten the phrases here just to get to the point for you guys. Okay, and then I'm going to type hello, exactly as it was written, and it finishes it for me, okay? So that delimiter can be whatever word you want or phrase, okay? It's just how it knows to finish with the here document. So this type of, there we go. This type of redirection instructs the shells to read input from the current source until a line containing only word with no trailing blanks is seen, which we saw earlier, EOF, which typically stands for end of file, or even hello like I used. All the lines read up to that point are then used as the standard input or file descriptor in if in is specified for a command. So we see it here specified within in. We have the word, we have our special less than symbol, and then in. And then we have all the commands under it in the delimiter. No parameter and variable expansion, command substitution, arithmetic expansion, or file name expansion is performed on Word. If any part of the word is quoted, the delimiter is the result of quote removal on Word, and the lines in the here document are not expanded. If Word is unquoted, and guys, when we say Word, we're just talking about that delimiter you're using. If Word is unquoted, all the lines of the here document are subjected to parameter expansion, command substitution, and arithmetic expansion. The character sequence \new line is ignored, and \ must be used to quote the characters $, and single quote. If the redirection operator is less than minus, then all leading tab characters are stripped from input line and the lines containing the delimiter. This allows here documents within shell scripts to be intended in a natural fashion. So a variant of the here document is as follows. We have a word, and then we have 3 less than signs, and then n. The word undergoes, so in this case, the word undergoes tilde expansion, parameter and variable expansion, command substitution, arithmetic expansion, and quote removal. Path name expansion and word splitting are not performed, and the result is supplied as a single string with a new line appended to the command on its standard input or file descriptor if n is specified. So this way, we actually append things to whatever we put here. Okay, so it's not giving in a standard in, but it's actually appending things. So in summary, guys, we talked about redirection, opening additional streams, redirection operators, inheriting and duplicating streams, caution with exec and here documents. Next session, we're going to go over string comparison, string relations, concatenation, substring manipulations, wildcards, and pattern matching. Be sure to follow these links so you can get some extra help with private tutoring sessions for system administrator management. There are weekly and monthly plans available, as well as Linux and Bash scripting private tutoring sessions. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Looking forward to seeing you in our next session.